Welcome back, everybody, to Plan's 10-Minute Podcast. I am your host, Ryan Diver, and with me is a very, very special guest. We have Shkelqim Bakraqi. He is a super from Planned Companies. Shkelqim, how are you doing today?
Good, I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited because this is an episode we didn't anticipate filming, but when I got wind of Shkelqim's story and sort of the in intense nature of this story, I knew we had to film right away. I was put in contact with Shkelqim, and I'll let him take the floor and just kind of explain everything that's happened to him in the past 2 weeks. It's been nothing short of incredible. So Shkelqim, why don't you just start us off from the top?
Well, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. So basically, as you mentioned, I am a superintendent here with Plant Companies in Jersey City. I was actually on vacation back home in Kosovo, Albania. And on my last day, I was having dinner with family, and we realized there was a lot of commotion going on. And sure enough, where we were having dinner was the river, and realized that there was a 3-year-old drowning who fell in the river. And at that moment, it was an instinct where I jumped. There was two other guys who also jumped, and we were able to rescue the kid. But unfortunately, when I jumped, due to the height, I ended up breaking my leg. And then it was a whole different story afterwards. Like you said, ended up needing surgery. I ended up spending another 2 weeks there until I was able to recover. And now, I'm glad to be back.
Awesome. And I mean, not many people have ever been put in that situation. That's something that people only see in TV shows where they see, someone in distress and they spring right into action, risking their own self-injury, self-bodily harm in order to save a child's life. It's almost something surreal. Like, could you walk us through kind of like, your emotions going through that whole?
Speaking as from the human perspective, but also speaking from a parent perspective. I'm a father of 2 boys. So at that moment when I saw the kid, in my eyes, I saw my own child. So it wasn't anything less than that. And as I mentioned, it was a split of a second, a decision that had to be made. And I think not only me, but I'm pretty sure most of us would do it when we see someone in distress like that. It's just, like I said, human nature. And, I'm glad we were able to save the kid. Regardless, I ended up breaking my leg and whatnot, all the pain that I went through. But at the end of the day, when I think back, there's no regrets. And, if I have to do it again, even with one leg now, I think I still do it again.
And I think that kind of goes back to, what we like to say all the time. Our product is our people. And this is just an example of, exceptional people doing exceptional things, right? We hire for, the innate qualities that you really can't train in a person, where, they have never been complacent, integrity, all these things. And you kind of displayed that perfectly in this situation. I really just want to thank you on behalf of, the company itself. And we really wish that you recover in the quickest way possible.
And I thank you guys too as well. Plan has been very, very, very supportive, especially Ralph Francis reached out, and Steve, and especially my manager, Dino. He's been hands-on and really, really supporting me throughout this whole recovery. And also, the building that I work for, the Claremont Cove, the people have been so great, the residents, the community. So, I really also want to thank them as well, because they've really made it, possible. And I think that's one of the reasons I'm healing faster, because with all this support. So I want to thank you guys as well. And I'm glad to be part of this team.
Awesome. Everybody, we appreciate you so much for listening. Shkelqim, if there's anything else you'd like to say, now's the time to do so.
I say, you know what, someone the other day said, you're a hero. I say, I thank you for that. But, I think not all heroes wear capes, but in one word, I would like to say that I am no hero. But I hope that, if someone ever is in a situation, I'm kind of making half a joke, but be careful. Just look at the height. Be careful. Don't jump right away, because this might end up to you too. But you might want to instead.
No, that's
want to again just thank everyone for their support. And I also have the just yesterday the father of the child reached out to me just to check up on me, and it was nice to just hear from them, and I guess made an extra friend. So that's all.
You've definitely made a connection for the rest of your life. I'm sure of that. I'm glad you have a good sense of humor about it, checking the height before you
Oh yeah.
act. But like I said, we thank everybody for listening. Shkelqim, to us at Plan, you are definitely a hero. And you can find more episodes of the Plan 10-minute podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We love doing these conversations, and talking to people like Shkelqim just brightens up our day. So thank you, everybody.